Hey, what's going on, guys? Brant here with CPC Bodybuilding. We had the Charlotte Pro and Men's Classic Physique this past weekend. Stay tuned for the highlights. So this past weekend, Charlotte Pro did not disappoint. Our winner and champion was Daniil Famponte, aka the Black Rambo. So he secured his first pro win just a year after turning pro at Junior USA's in Classic Physique. He's going to be going to the Olympia this year, but this is not the last time we're going to see him before the Olympia. He said he is going to Pittsburgh here in 3 weeks to try to claim that title as well. He's definitely going to be in contention for that, so I'll be looking out for Daniil at the Pittsburgh Pro as well. So in second place, we had Justin Batterina with his best look to date. Justin was just coming off a 5th place finish in some food poisoning at the Fit World Pro, in which we hadn't really seen his best, but this show we definitely saw Justin's capabilities, and he's just got insane potential, guys. I truly believe that Justin has what it takes to be one of the best in Classic. He probably needs a little bit more added size and thickness in the back, as well as probably the arms, but he's going to be shutting it down for this season and taking some time to grow before competing again. In third place, we had Damian Patrick coming off of a 2nd place finish at the Fit World Pro just a couple of weeks ago. Damian's got incredible shape. Really, the only things that he's got to continue to work on are his condition and his posing. And those are 2 things that he can definitely control. He's got one of the best shapes out there. He can truly stand with the best of them. And I don't know if we'll see him again, but I sure hope so this year. We'll be looking out for Damian Patrick. In 4th place, we had Tomas Adami Hernandez, and he is one hell of a competitor, guys. I did not have him on my radar. I definitely knew that he was a great Classic Physique bodybuilder, but he really just brought it at this show. Pretty much came out of nowhere and placed in the top 5. So congratulations to Tomas. In 5th place, one of the most inspiring storylines in bodybuilding right now, Kelvin Ogbebor. And just 2 years ago, he had a nearly life-ending accident in which he was hospitalized, broke a bunch of bones, and he came back to compete this year. So this was his pro debut, placed in top 5. Kelvin's got a great Classic physique, just incredible structure, gives me kind of 90s vibes with the way he's built. Just lots of thickness and density. You can tell that he trains with high intensity. So congratulations to Kelvin. In 6th place, Lamar Shaw. He was one of 2 Olympians in this lineup. I kind of expected a little bit higher of a placing out of Lamar, but I still think he'll be in the mix if he decides to go for future shows and try to qualify for the Olympia again this year. In 7th place in his pro debut, we had Jay Yount. And I am a huge fan of his structure, huge lats, great lines, a great pro debut for Jay Yount. In 8th place, another pro debut was Thomas Allen, a bigger guy, a taller guy, and he just has a lot of muscle packed on his frame, a true bodybuilder. I hope to see more of him in the future this year, but stay tuned, guys. Thomas Allen, 8th in his pro debut. 9th place, we had Sporty Barry Irving, one of the best posers in the game. And I think he really just has to take a little bit more time, maybe dial the condition in, and maybe in the future build up some more size. But Barry is a great bodybuilder as well. In 10th place, we had Tony Harris, who won the Masters 50 plus overall. So very talented Masters Classic physique with Tony Harris. In 11th place, we had David Campy Jr. In 12th, Rodrigo Coelho, who also won the Masters over 40 class. In 13th, Conan Denley. In 14th, Jared Feather. And tied for 15th, we had Derek and Franklin, Jason Jagadiswaran, Michael Bell, Michael McKenzie Sr., and Sharandi Duran. And we had 3 DNPs, meaning they did not place, who were Ahmed El Halawani, Anthony McKinney, and Jeffrey Robbins. So that is your entire placings for the Charlotte Pro. I'm going to go through a few of the photos because this was not live streamed, just to show you guys kind of how things unfolded. So starting out with the first call out here, you can see we've got 8 guys here in the first call out. So here in the first call out, I'm going to go left to right. We've got Jay Yant on the far left, Kelvin Ogbibor, Damian Patrick, Justin Baturina, Daniil Famponte, Tomas Adame Hernandez, Lamar Shaw, and Thomas Allen. That's your first call out, your top 8 right there. So fantastic first call out here, guys. 3 pro debuts with Jay Yant, Thomas Allen, and Kelvin Ogbibor. Tomas Adame Hernandez pretty much came out of nowhere. An Olympian in Lamar Shaw, and 3 guys who were in the top 5 at the Fit World. That would be Damian Patrick, Justin Baturina, and Daniil Famponte. Now it came down to 2 guys, and I think this really came down to one pose between Justin and Daniil. So here you can see that we've got Justin on the right and Daniil on the left. Now this was the final 2-man call out, and if we look at these photos pose by pose, you're going to see that it's a pretty even match in every pose except for one, and I think it's the one that probably gave Daniil the win. So here, if we look at the front double bicep, you can tell that both of these guys are just very balanced and very classic. They just have very crisp lines, came in great condition. They both have small waists, wide lats, solid arms, slight edge in arms to Daniil, though I definitely think he has bigger arms than Justin, and very detailed quads as well. So very even in that front double bicep. Now if we look at the ab and thigh, pretty even there as well. Both of these guys have great quads, great abdominal separation, and lats that tie into the waist. The side tricep here, which that's the favorite classic, and I really like both of these guys in this pose because they have great hamstrings, triceps, and look at the medial delt, just the rounding of the deltoids, the abs, the lower part of the chest. These guys just have it all. Side chest here. And again, we see something similar. I would probably give lower body edge to Justin, just given that he has a bit more separation in the hamstring, and that could just be from him hitting it down harder. But edge in the upper body here to Daniil. I think he has more thickness in the deltoids, the chest, and the arms. So pretty even pose overall there in the side chest. Now if we turn to the back, this is where the difference is made. And if you compare these guys in the lower body, very comparable in the glutes and the hamstrings, because in the back double biceps, the judges aren't just looking at your back, guys. They're looking at your biceps, your deltoids, your back, your glutes, your hamstrings, and your calves. It's a top to bottom pose, just like every single pose. And here what I see is evenness in the glutes, hamstrings, and calves. But when you look at the top line and the back, it's Daniil Famponte winning this pose because he just has a thicker back, a wider back, and it could just be because Justin isn't fully extended in this pose. But if you were to go look at the individual photos, I do believe that that will hold true in the individual photos as well, in addition to this call out comparison. And the top line too is a big difference. You're going to see bigger arms and bigger deltoids from Daniil. And I think that is what got him this win, guys. Daniil just has a fantastic back, just beautiful, etched in lines, thick through the rhomboids and traps, wide in the lats, great bicep peaks that even out with the deltoids in that top line. Just a great classic physique, guys. So Daniil Famponte takes this, shows her one from the back, guys. Daniil proving that here. And that is going to do it for the highlights today, guys. If you enjoyed this video from CPC Bodybuilding, make sure you show the channel some love, subscribe. Also follow me on Instagram at CPC Bodybuilding. That's going to do it for the highlights today, guys. Keep it classic. See ya.